Cats, and coffee. Mary doesn't know it yet, but it's my birthday in 30 minutes. 35, Mary. 35 minutes, I turned 23. So I thought for my birthday I'd do a Q&A. Yeah, and tell them all about you and all about me. So you can get to learn more about me. I did my teacher homework and I wrote down some questions to ask myself. So let's get started. How old are you? I am turning 23 at midnight. I'm very excited. Technically at 6 a.m. I was born at like 6:18-ish a.m. On August 18th, August 8th. Sorry guys, it's late. I don't know my birthday, okay? Romy wants to say hi. Well, I was born on August 18th, 2003. So I'm going to be 23 years old. Yeehaw. And I kind of had a really tough life. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I know right now you might not be able to tell because I have a 1-bedroom apartment with a pool. And I live in Cambridge and I'm quite currently doing well. Financially, there's $28 in my bank account, but I will be doing well as soon as my job starts. I already answered the second question, where do you live? I live in Cambridge. I live a 15-minute walk away from Porter Square. I do have a car. I have a Jeep Wrangler hybrid electric 2024. It's bright red and it's my most prized possession besides my cats and this apartment. So yes, I love to go camping and off-roading. That's why I have a cool car. I bought the car, it's in my name. I financed it. I bought the cats. We can talk about that. Maybe we'll make another video about all things cats because these cats were almost $7 grand. No, more than that. These cats were, wait, hold on. Math. I was a theater major, not a math major. These cats were oh my gosh, I can't talk. Where's my coffee? Coffee of the day is just a French press cold brew with a splash of 2% milk and some maple syrup from New Hampshire. Super delicious. Also, I'm so sorry that I keep itching my face. I don't know what is on my face, but it literally itches so bad. It feels like there are like bugs crawling on the inside of my face. And I found maggots in my car. Maggots in my car, little maggots, 3 of them. Saw them thrice, and I'd like to throw them to the mice. That's how I'm feeling. Anyways, am I able-bodied? Absolutely not. I so wish that I was. I am very, very disabled. I know I don't look disabled, and I have got some pretty cool biceps, so I'm pretty strong. But I am very disabled. I have ADHD, I have bipolar type 1, I have OCD, I have PTSD, and I'm actually looking, I know crazy, there the hippie goes talking about her animals, but I'm looking to get a Cocker Spaniel. If you know Soph Mosca on YouTube or on TikTok, she has a Cocker Spaniel named Stevie, who is the most adorable and beautiful dog that I've ever seen. And I'm so inspired by her because she's a type 1 diabetic, and also as a teacher, like her videos are just super helpful and informative. I used to actually date a type 1 diabetic, but I wasn't an awesome girlfriend to her. I kind of sucked booty hole because I was like in a depressive episode, and it's not an excuse. Hello! Oh no, my whole wall is falling. London Bridge is falling down. This is a hazard. This is hazardous. It's a disaster. Please stay. Please. I'm not religious. I don't know why I did that. What was I talking about? Oh, my ex, Soph Mosca. Yes, so I'm hoping to get a, mostly it's for PTSD and for bipolar type 1, for when I go into psychosis, I'm having a panic attack, anxiety attack, if I'm triggered, if I'm feeling manic, if I'm feeling depressed. Those are types of things. So it wouldn't be the same way that Stevie alerts Soph whenever she has a low blood sugar. It wouldn't be that, but it would be something very intentional and purposeful and needed. I am in need of a service animal. It's why I bought 2 cats, and then come to find out, cats aren't allowed. Maybe you can help me with this. Cats aren't allowed to be service animals. The only animal that is legal to register as a service animal, which I think is BS, bologna sandwich, but whatever, is dogs. The only animal is dogs. Did you see that? Just go ahead, fall down. Just go ahead. Just take the whole wall with you while you're at it. Just rip the paint right off. I'm trying to put up a wall of mirrors that I got at IKEA for really affordable, actually. Shout out IKEA. I had never been to IKEA before this past week, and it's made me feel very adult, but also very present and at peace, because the things that I look at, I like them. And I need to be in a place where I like what I'm looking at. I know that sounds a little bit, what's the word? Like my priorities are wrong, but my priorities have never been more correct in my whole life. I'm alive, I'm able-bodied enough to decorate this space, to make as many murals, to paint, to draw, to write, to create, to get inspired, to have friends over, to invite art onto these walls. I just want it to throw up my brain. I want it to absolutely projectile vomit, trigger warning, projectile vomit my brain, because I don't have a bad brain, and I've spent the last 7 months or 5 I just spent like an hour of my life that I'll never get back putting all of that on the wall, and it just all fell off. Didn't even stay up for 2 seconds, just all fell off. I'm sitting here doing some work, posting online just about my day. I made some delicious pancakes today. None of my neighbors tried them. I made them sausage yesterday. None of my neighbors tried it. I'm like, do you hate me or are you allergic? Both would be valid, but I want to know, because it feels stupid putting out all of this food and drinks and making it look so cute and having a little menu, and nobody cares to come. Nobody cares. Everyone's just walking by. I'm like, if my neighbor put out a fucking restaurant, excuse my language, if my neighbor put out a restaurant, I would be there every time it was out. I even made a sign. Anyways, where was I? I don't have my piece of paper. I think I left it over there. My phone died, so that's why I'm recording on my, oh, it's right here. Look at that. I don't even have to get up out of my lounge chair. My face is so itchy. I'm over stim because my face is so itchy. I don't understand why it's itchy. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I need it to stop being itchy really bad. That's the thing about having like a mood disorder, is that I used to have a roommate who is like so immature. She thinks that she's very mature, but like she's got a lot of growing to do, and she's just like, let's be honest, she's just had a really easy life, and I'm jealous of that. But she's had a really easy life, all things considered. She grew up in like the wealthiest part of California, and like her parents help her out still. She has a great relationship with her parents, yada, yada, yada. She is the reason like why I live alone. Like, I will never live with anybody ever again because of living with her, because of how miserable it was. And what made it so, I've had bad roommates in the past. I actually didn't have a bad roommate until my freshman year. And then going to college, her and I, my freshman year roommate, she's not a bad person. She's actually very sweet. And we like met ahead of time. It just was one of those things where I wasn't willing to live with somebody, And I wasn't really realizing that because I was like in a toxic relationship and I just was on FaceTime all the time. I wanted to be alone. And so did she. And that was hard because we lived in a tiny shoe box called a Lightwell at Emerson, which was basically a lightless room. It should have been illegal that my parents paid $80K a year out of pocket for me to go to a school that put me in a windowless room. As a Californian, that was a tough first winter, but I think this year will be better. I just have a better feeling about it. Friends. I have a lot of friends. A lot of them don't live in Massachusetts though, so I'm looking to make friends. It's another reason why I started a podcast. If you have something to talk about, I'm willing to talk about any family-friendly topics just because I'm a teacher. And hi, if you're my student watching this, hi, hello. But I need to make it family-friendly, at least as I'm a teacher right now. Where do I live? I said this, I live in Cambridge in a really nice apartment. I live in a 1-bedroom, so I've got a living room, a kitchen, a bathroom, and a bedroom. I've got 2 kittens, Romeo and Mercutio, who live with me right now. And like I said, I'm hoping to get a Cocker Spaniel. I'm hoping to get a chocolate colored or chocolate spotted Cocker Spaniel. There's one called Bear that I'm looking at right now online. And I need to like put the phone down and like not look at any more online because otherwise I just like want them so bad. And it's like, okay. The thing about ADHD that I've always known but has really struck me recently is the impatience I feel. Things need to be like if I'm like, oh, I want to apply to Harvard, it's like I need to apply to Harvard that day. And the problem about it is that if I don't apply to Harvard that day I have the thought, then I'm going to forget and it's not going to excite me or be a challenge. My brain, my disabled brain, works wonderfully in challenges. If you tell me to not smoke weed anymore, I will never touch it again. Like if you tell me to not do something, I'm going to do the opposite. Or wait, I said that wrong. If you tell me to smoke a cigarette, I won't touch one. If you tell me to go to therapy, I will never go. If you tell me to medicate, I'm never going to do it. If you're gonna boss me around in my life, I don't want to be around you. The thing about being bipolar is it's really about being free at the end of the day. My brother has a similar mental health condition that's slightly more serious and has to do with paranoia, but his also deals with psychosis and he's also been in psychosis. But the difference when he's in psychosis is that he believes that my parents are trying to murder him. But when I'm in psychosis, I believe that I'm a movie star. I believe that I'm Demi Lovato. I think I'm Britney Spears. I think I'm as cool as Soph Mosca when I'm in psychosis. And I see things, I do. I see shapes and colors, and I see people sometimes, all friendly things, none of it's scary. And sometimes that can be eerie and unsettling. But like I said, I feel very grateful that none of it comes from a place of paranoia. I think it goes to show that my heart and my soul is very pure and childlike and playful. And when I'm in psychosis, I do things like talk to ants or dead ghosts of people who've died in the past. Things like that. What is my profession? I am a teacher. So that's always been the goal, has been to be an artist, and I am that and more. I am a visual artist. I am a video content creator. I also am a theater gal. I am an actor, director. I can stage manage. I can kind of put all the hats on because you have to. I used to work in Cambridge actually for 4 years, for all the time I was at Emerson, and I did a class, or I taught a class to different public schools in the area. I would go in and I would be their drama teacher for the hour, and it was called Izzy's Improv. So I would do improv with them, and those were elementary schoolers, K through 5th. It was like one of the most fun jobs I've ever had. And I actually live really close to, not to be creepy, but like I live really close to a lot of my students. I just know I do because they've like told me things they live near, like boba shops and whatnot. And I'm like, oh, I live near you. And I hope one day that I run into them, because there's this one girl who goes to the Montessori school. I'm pretty sure that's like right next to me. And she's just a hoot and a holler, and I love her. One day she came into class, she was a third grader at the time, and her bangs were literally cut like this, like as if she had just taken scissors and gone. And I was like, blank name. Was that from today? And she was like, yeah, I gave myself a haircut in this morning, and my mom went to work, so she didn't see it yet. And I was like, your mom didn't see your hair yet? Like, I don't really want to be responsible for that, girly pop. Like, you're gonna need to sort that. Oh no. The yawn caught me. You're gonna need to sort that out. All right, acting, modeling. Acting, yeah, I'm an actor. This is actually a script that I wrote. It's called Electric Fence, and stay tuned. I'm going to be making a short film. I just got the approval from some actors who are willing to help me out, some friends from school. Thank you so much. To Landon, to Carly, to Eleanor, to Grace. Thank you. And if anybody is in the Boston area, specifically looking for lesbians or older men to play a father role, it's a short film. It's called Electric Fence, which is a metaphor in the play. And I guess I shouldn't call it a play. It's more of a one act. It's about, how long is it? It's 33 pages long. And I'm gonna make one tonight, probably, or film it tonight. I don't know when it will go up. Sorry. Bear with me as I am moving, and a bunch of pieces of puzzles in my life are like coming together all at once. And so things have been shifting recently. So bear with me. But I'm hoping, what was I talking about? Shoot. Oh, I'm hoping that I can film it tonight and edit it tomorrow and post it on my birthday. Oh my gosh. Is it my birthday yet? No, it's 11:53. I got 7 more minutes. Okay. I'll talk for 7 minutes until it is my birthday, and then I'll post this, and it will be my birthday. I'm very excited for my birthday. I haven't been excited for a birthday in probably a century. No, that's not true. Last birthday I was really excited for was my 18th birthday. It was my golden birthday. So I was born on 8/18. Those are my angel numbers. I have a whole story about that if you want to know. It also has to do with psychosis, so maybe if we want to dabble into that, we can. But my 18th birthday, I spent the whole day with my friend Megan. We went to the city. It was like the best time ever. Oh, I was talking about my roommate, why I live alone. Yeah, I live alone. My roommate, peace and love to her, but also girl, you had some messed ups. Girl, you've got OCD. Guys, you're mentally ill. I just have an organization. I just have a cleaning. No, it's okay. Let me hold your hand when I say this. You're mentally ill. You are disabled. You have OCD, my love. That's why all of my ADHD bull S is stressing you out. It's why it's stressing you out. It's because my stuff is everywhere, and it's not messy. Actually, my stuff is just everywhere, because if it's not everywhere, I don't see it and it doesn't exist. It's why my house, we can get more into this because I have a whole question about art. But right now in the world, we are in a maximalist expressionism time period. In art history, we're going to look back on the period of 2020 to 2026 as expressionism, political expressionism, I think, at least. Throw in a little abstract, a little modern art, sure, but it's mostly expressionism that I've been seeing in my artist friends, in my students' artwork. It's interesting to see what they create. My first assignment for my students, just to talk a little bit about my job. I'm a drama teacher. I work in Waltham, come see our plays at Kennedy Middle School. We're going to do a play in the fall and a musical in the spring, and both will be pretty big productions. So I'd love it if you could be there. Tickets are about $10 a pop, I believe, but I will fact check that later. The play will be in November, the beginning of November and end of October, and the musical will be at the middle end of March. I have the dates for those that I can give out. I just don't have them quite yet accessible. But my teacher did text me. Basically the only time you can get a teaching job is if somebody dies or gets pregnant. And so the 2 jobs that I've had are from both of those things happening, unfortunately. So I was just an art teacher for the past 6 months at Plimpton Elementary, and I absolutely adored that job. And I wish I could stay with those 370 kids. They have a home in my heart. They don't even know how much they have a home in my heart. They were with me through my bipolar onset. And unlike my ex-girlfriend, they didn't break up with me. They stayed every single day, no matter if I was crying or happy or mad or upset. They were there for me. They gave me hugs. They gave me support. They cheered me on to being the success story that I can confidently say I am now. Whereas before, my life was just a little bit sad. I mean, my ex broke up with me because I wasn't fun enough. And I think there's a lot of truth in that. I was so depressed. I didn't want to live. I didn't want her to live. I didn't want anyone to live. I just wanted the world to stop and for us to cuddle in bed forever. And although that's not the worst thing I could think, there are worse things to think for sure. I find it interesting that our relationship ended ever, because it really just shouldn't have. And unfortunately, similar to my old roommate, the most recent one, the reason why I will always live alone, thanks to you, I'm like, ugh. And I can see them both stalking me online. So if you're watching this, this is about you. It's 100% about you, and you have my phone number. So if you wanted to, you could text me. Hey, you know which roommate I'm talking about, who didn't turn the heat on, who didn't turn the heat on when it was negative 15 degrees in wintertime in Boston, ever once, you who, when all of our cabinet doors fell off, you were like, I don't know why, I'm just so mad because our apartment's falling apart. Yes, you idiot, because the heat's not on, so the glue froze. You idiot, absolute idiot. One time I was trying to explain to her that if we leave the heat on at a low setting all day, it will be less expensive, because her whole worry was money. I get that, dude. I have $28, $29, I think, in my bank account right now. That's the most I've had all summer. It's the most I've had literally all summer. And when this summer started, to be so vulnerable, I had 25 grand in my bank account that I had saved. 25 grand was spent in a month on, I bought a car and I bought 2 Maine Coon cats, and the rest I have, which was probably $15K. I have no clue. It makes me ill. I have no clue where $15K went. It went to clothes, it went to coffee, it went to food, it went to DoorDash, unfortunately. ADHD disabilities. I know that DoorDash is really bad for restaurants, but I do find it good for the Dashers themselves, and I do tip them well. And what else am I gonna say? Oh, it's really good for people with ADHD. Don't stop making people who are disabled feel bad about delivering food. It's literally there for a reason. Some people cannot leave their homes unassisted. So let us stop, get offline, get off the line. You're wasting your water anyways. Okay, go yell in someone else's garden. Get your stinky paws out of mine. What else? Modeling. I'd love to get into modeling if anybody knows how to do that. I'd be very down. I kind of am ripped right now. I kind of, having an onset of bipolar 1 this summer, it kind of made me Hulkified. I like turned into the Hulk, and I don't say that in a narcissistic way, or I don't mean for it to come across as narcissistic. I know it does inevitably, but I'm just ripped. I'm ripped. I used to weightlift a lot, and I think that fully changed my body composition or something, because I am ripped right now, like so strong, which is good. I'm just gonna go to my toxic relationship questions, because I feel like, oh my gosh, it's a minute past my birthday. We must light a candle. I don't even have a candle. Romy, I'm 23. Yes, I am. Did you know it? Did you know that we're going to have a dinner party today? And my cousin Jared will be here, and my best friend Carly, and maybe other people. And my sister flew in to visit me yesterday because I have the best siblings in the whole wide world. And even though I have a horrible relationship with my parents and I don't speak to them, my siblings are my besties, and I do love them with my whole soul. Shout out to siblings. Siblings rock. Okay, let's light a freaking... Should I have a birthday cigarette? No, that's a poor choice. My students might be watching this. Listen. Substances are bad, but if you're gonna be stupid, at least be smart about it. Nicotine is not cocaine, and that's what I have to say. I'm also bipolar and currently unmedicated. I'm also have ADHD and currently unmedicated, so it's also my birthday. So if you're gonna be mad at me for my choice of lung cancer on my birthday, if you're gonna be mad at me for my poor decisions, then hey, you don't gotta watch this video. It's optional. Yay! I made my wish, don't worry. I've known what it is. It's kind of written all over the walls in this apartment. I just like inhaled that so wrong. Okay. Ew. Well, happy birthday to me. I actually want to try that one more time because that seemed a little sad. Happy birthday to me. I don't live in a tree, but I'd love to live in a tree house when I have more money. Yay! Yay! Okay. Where are we at with our list? Next, where are we at? Toxic relationships. When I was in the relationship that I was most recently escaped from because she dumped me, thank God, I would have never broken up with her because I am very loyal. Like a golden retriever, I'm like a little dog. Sorry, I just tooted if you heard that. No, you didn't. But I should still be in the relationship I was in. She didn't choose me. And when people don't choose you, you say, that sucks because I chose them. I mean, one time she told me that her family was always going to be there for her because they were blood related, but that I wasn't. Dude, that's so BS, because the thing is, like, nobody will ever be more loyal to you than the eldest daughter of parents who hate their kid. Like, nobody's ever gonna be more loyal to you than a gay kid who grew up with homophobic, practically Mormon, conservative, not Trump supporters, but pretty much everything else supporters, parents. Like, I wasn't ever parented. I was never taught how to take a shower. I didn't know until middle school, until my friend kind of showed me, because she taught me how to shave my legs. I had a friend teach me how to put in a tampon. I had a friend teach me how to use a Band-Aid. Like, my parents didn't do jack poop. They didn't do anything because my parents are multimillionaires. Okay, and this summer, I was partaking in a substance on 4th of July that is legal in the state I was in, okay? And my parents found out about it, and even though my cousins and aunts and uncles also partake in said substance on occasion because they're all legal and it's legal, and it's humans do things that we know are bad for us for a reason. Like, we're not stupid. If I could have not done it, I would have. But the thing is, I mean, that's not true because it wasn't in an addiction way. And I have been addicted to things before, and we could talk about addiction. That's another, it's like more of a symptom of my mental illness, but it's definitely in there. And we can talk about that another time. But, shoot, what was I talking about? Got distracted. Oh no. All right, sorry about that. I'm back. Okay, acting modelly. Birthday story. Yeah, let's get into that. Let's get into the birthday story, shall we? How did I get here? How did I get from growing up with conservative parents to moving in at 22 to my first ever one-bedroom apartment? I pay for all of my things besides the rent on this apartment, and I will be paying the rent on this apartment as soon as I can afford it. Here's my story. I was scammed $5,000. My dad and I were scammed by this dum-dum named Tim Brown. Tim Brown, if you're seeing this, I'm sure you're not even a Tim Brown, but just so you know, you scammed a 22-year-old broke drama teacher who would like you to trip and fall and have a hard day. I don't need you to have a hard life because I'm not actually mean, but I do need something to happen, like an annoying hangnail, like you need to stub your toe. You know what I mean? You need to stub your toe because you deserve that. You deserve that and worse for scamming a 22-year-old. Like, I did not deserve that. I got this apartment on apartments.com. If anybody knows a good lawyer in the area, I live in Cambridge near Porter Square, but I'm happy to commute anywhere. I would love to get my dad his money back. I feel like such a horrible kid for the scam. I feel totally responsible because I am responsible, and here my parents were trying to do an ultra kind thing for me, and I just messed it up as I mess everything up all the time. Mess my relationship up, mess my relationship with my parents up, mess the apartment up. But then somehow the solar eclipse happens. I go to the apartment, and this guy, Rob, kindest man I've ever met in my whole life, he goes, I have no idea who Tim Brown is, sweetie. I have no idea. And then he goes, I have to tell you a story, and I'm a little scared too. And he starts telling me a story about how there has been an increase in scammers in the Cambridge area, specifically on apartments.com. And he said that somebody had called about the unit that I was going to move into. And he said that unit is definitely not available. Now, whoever called is our scammer. So like I said, I do have a phone number. I have one trail leading to this anonymous person, whoever scammed me. But I am I'm emailing with Tom. I sign a lease. I make plans to get my keys, time and place, where to pick them up. I get a video tour of the apartment, multiple different photos, multiple different forms of stuff that looks really legit. Like, my dad and I are really smart people, like, not to be narcissistic, but we're really smart. Like, I'm applying to Harvard. Like, I'm not stupid. I'm just disabled and have learning disabilities, like dyslexia, and so sometimes I didn't learn at the same rate as any of my peers, and for a long time I just pretended I could read, and so I'm pretty illiterate. Like, I'm pretty severely illiterate, and I know there is a literacy crisis in the US right now. I especially know that as an educator in the #1 state of education in the country, but I mean, I am a prime example of the fact that the way we taught kids my age phonetics, it did not work. We didn't teach kids how to say words or talk in English. We just taught kids how to sound things out, kind of, and then we taught kids how to sound it out when you spell things. And spelling things phonetically is pretty much ultra unhelpful when it comes to learning English. So, okay, Juliet. The solar eclipse happens. This guy, Rob, is helping me out. I'm going to say her name, Ivy Turner. Ivy Turner, her phone number is 617-308-4897. She is the best broker in Boston. She got me into this place that I'm living right now. I'm not gonna say the name of it for safety reasons, but it's an apartment complex that a lot of people live in. It's very nice, it has a pool. If you are looking to live here, I'm happy to talk to you more about it in private in a DM. I just don't feel comfortable saying that like publicly, for safety reasons, obviously. Because like I said, I live alone. Yeah. So the solar eclipse, I'm a psychic. I went to Maryland to visit my best friend Xander for Thanksgiving break because I had just recently been dumped and I needed a buddy. And I went to go visit my buddy, and my buddy's mom had bought us tickets to see a psychic. And I had never gone to see a psychic before, so this was in Georgetown. I had no idea what to expect. Also had never been to Georgetown before. And we get in, and Xander's sister goes in first, and Xander's sisters come out and is very like excited, seems like a legit thing, like seems like a good psychic. I go in, I'm like, I want to be next. I go in, I sit down, I'm looking at her, she's looking at me. She pulls out the tarot cards, she's starting to do the cards. She looks at me, she like gets startled, and she looks up at me and she goes, "You're a psychic too." And I said, I know. That's what I've been saying. I've been telling everyone I'm a psychic because I know I'm a psychic. I'm so I know. Listen, blah, 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 blah. You can call me mentally ill or whatever you want, that I need to go to CBT therapy, that I don't care. I don't give a flying rat's poopy ass, okay? Because the thing is, I have always been this way. Wait, I forgot what I was talking about. What am I talking about? Oh no, hold please. Call it whatever you want, but I've known that I've been psychic my whole life. It's just something that you're born with or you're not. And my grandma died when I was 1 from lung cancer, and she was an abstract watercolor artist, and so a lot of my art is inspired by her. A lot of my art is also inspired by Wendy Fournier, who was the art teacher at Plimpton Elementary where I used to work, and she recently passed away, unfortunately. And I learned from another teacher friend who would paint on the Cape. And so, similar to Nanny had a beach house in Stinson Beach in Northern California, where I am from. Similar to Nanny, she was painting at the beach when she was sick, as a way to heal, as art therapy. And so it makes me so sad. I never actually met Wendy because I was her sub. So anytime she wasn't there, I would be there. And I had just finished student teaching in the district at the middle school that I'm now gonna work at. My mentor teacher there is pregnant, which is why I'm taking her job. But the truth of the matter is that you only get a teaching job if somebody dies or if somebody gets pregnant or like moves, like has a huge family life uprooting, because nobody wants to leave the best job in the whole world. It's being a drama teacher. It's being an art teacher. The next steps in my career, what the next 2 years for me are gonna look like, I'm gonna live in this apartment for at least the next 2 years, maybe longer, okay? I mean, I literally am painting murals on the walls. Like, I have to stay here to make it worth it, to feel the healing process begin. The last 2 years I've been in fight or flight ever since my brother's onset of his mental health condition 2 years ago. I was a first responder and I actually saved his life. I have pretty severe PTSD. It's why I want a service dog. It's also why I'm not the most fun to live with, because I have a mood disorder. So I go up and down and everywhere in between. And my old roommate was really uncomfortable with emotions, and she'd tell me all the time, like, you know, this person was sad again in class today. I'm sorry, aren't you also a drama teacher? Don't you also, like, what in the world is your stinking problem? If you have an issue when other people have lives, when other people emote, have hardships, have a tough day, go through grief, experience PTSD, experience trauma, Like, you never know. This is what I hate about California, okay? What I love about New England is that people here are honest. People in California are liars, and I am too. I'm a liar. I was born to be a liar because I grew up there. I mean, my parents, their friends, everybody I know, my friends' parents, my parents' friends' kids, okay? Everybody sucks there. They all are. That's nice, sweetie. That's nice for you. Oh my gosh, Karen, like, get off my back. I didn't ask for your opinion. I did not ask for beans, right? I didn't ask for beans. I thought I don't remember asking you what I thought of my haircut. I don't remember asking you what I thought about my tattoos or piercings or queerness. I don't remember asking you what I thought of my politics. Like, oh my lordy, lord. People in California will be so nice to your face, like my roommate. She had her best friend was like super nice and would come over all the time. I'm not gonna say her name, but I hope you know who you are, because the info I'm about to drop is crazy. Saving you a friendship fallout, dude, or just speeding it up. Because my roommate, she's like friends with a few people who are pretty big on the larger side, some plus size friends, okay? As everyone has friends who are plus size, because we all have friends, I would hope, of all different sizes, of all different colors, of all different backgrounds, of all different life experiences, because that's what's fun about having friends, is that you're different, is that you're not the same. If I wanted a twin, I would go to the robot factory and pop out another one of me. I don't want another one of me. I want something totally opposite. That's the Juliet that I'm looking for. If anybody's available, let me know, hit me up. I'm here, I'm around. Anyways, but my roommate, I'm like, she would literally to my face say one thing and I could hear her shit talking me in another room. Like, oh my goodness. And she would say things like, this person just came in so sad today and it makes me so upset. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that you have had not a hard life at all, that you are so privileged, entitled, and self-centered and bigoted, that you are gonna sit there, misgender me and all my friends to our faces, not use they, them pronouns once in your whole life, not talk about politics as a teacher, not talk about race as a teacher, not talk about slavery as a teacher, not go to any protests as a teacher. And then you're gonna sit there and tell me that it's really hard for you when other people have emotions and have a hard life. Guess what? Life is hard. This world wasn't built for people like me. This world was built to kill people like me. So, and people like her, because like I said, she has OCD. So does my mom, but I don't know if my mom knows that. Sorry, Mom, if I'm breaking the news to you now, I hope that it's okay. It comes from, like, the thing about getting diagnosed with something, my parents don't believe in mental illness because they're uneducated pricks who need to get it together. They're working on it, I hope, one day, maybe. Kind of losing hope. It's been 23 years now. 23 years now. They bought me furnished furniture. Sorry, that was a double entendre, right? They bought me furniture at IKEA. $1,000, $1,800 worth, okay? A furniture from IKEA, it was a birthday gift, I was told. And then I get a text from my millionaire mother. They work in construction, okay? They're multi-millionaires, multi-homeowners. They rent their homes out. I'm like, money has never once been an issue. Money's never been declared to be an issue. I grew up very, very lucky and very fortunate in that way. And although my only relationship to my parents is financial, I am grateful that there is any relation nonetheless. It is kind of the least they can do, right? Because if you choose to have a child and then you decide you want to have 3 more and live in Northern California and have 16 chickens and 3 cats and 2 dogs and a lizard and a fish and hermit crabs. You're gonna need to be okay with the fact that life is expensive. Moving costs more than the $250 that my mom accused me of spending on drugs. Yeah, that's right. Hi Mom, I'm not a drug addict. I'm actually a teacher and doing quite well. And if you would get your head out of your butt, you would recognize that. But you don't like weed, you don't like people who are educated, and you, similar to my roommate, don't like when people emote because it feels burdening, because of how uncomfortable you are with your own emotions. I dated somebody who was also uncomfortable with her emotions and did not know how to emote or deal with other people emoting. She was the most unhelpful person ever in a crisis, and she had a crisis pretty much every day. She was a type 1 diabetic, and not to be like, maybe she didn't take care of herself at all. She'd be having a low blood sugar and be like, well, when's the last time you ate? Like, hey, I'm bipolar, I get it. I start hallucinating and I say, hey, when's the last time you took your meds? Okay, I am not blaming somebody for having a chronic condition, but it does get to a point where it's like, okay, you could be proactive. You're choosing to not be. And then you're blaming me for your lack of ability of taking care of yourself, for your uncomfortability of my emotions that I never asked you to once be in charge of or responsible for, that I only ever asked you to sit with me. But she couldn't do that, and she left. So, to that, because I flick away all the bad. Juliet, yeah, need I say more? Favorite tree, sequoia redwood. Favorite bug, I like a June bug. I also like a ladybug. I also really like a beetle. Or a pincher bug. Those are cute too. Not to be around, but to look at is cute. Favorite critter, currently been obsessed with slender salamanders. Go look them up, they're really cute. And newts and axolotls. And my sister and I, for my birthday today, later this morning, are gonna go on a mander hunt because we're trying to get tattoos, salamander tattoos. It's my goal for tomorrow. Siblings, I have 3 younger siblings and they're my best friends. America's Got Talent. Maybe I'm just manic, but I really want to go on America's Got Talent. I really think that my cats do have some talents, and I feel like they do really well. And we could have like a dance party, or like, I don't even know what we could do, but my cats are really food motivated, and I've trained them to climb up my leg and up my body whenever they want food. So they will just come and give me a little climb, give me a little hug, and then I'll know to give them some food. Here's my cat right now. This is Rome. This is Miss Rome. They're feeling extra snuggly. Okay, 2 more questions. Oh, we already did art. Okay. Oh, America's Got Talent. Yeah, I really want to put them on. Like, I don't... leave the comments on how I do that, because I have no idea. I need to do my research. Oh, theater. That's what that says. I was like, theatre. Not theatre. Theater. Yes, I'm an actor in the Boston area, so if you're looking for an actor, hit me up, let me know. Well, I think that's all for our show tonight. I'm gonna post an episode tomorrow. It's gonna be a Q&A part 2. It's gonna go into depth with whatever you want me to go in depth about. I'll post a poll on my Instagram. That's Isabel Louise Powell on Instagram, all one word, is my username. ISABELLOUISEPOWELL, and then that is also my email at gmail.com if you have any art to send me, or play scripts, or short stories, or something you want me to talk about on the podcast. I am happy, more than willing to listen, hear any suggestions, and to give the people what they want. I was posting some content that I realized was more what I wanted and less what somebody else would want. A couple of my favorite podcasts are Soph Mosca's podcast with her friend Sophie, and Pretty Basic. I've been a Pretty Basic fan for years, and I've tried. I at points in my life, I can't lie, Remy and Alicia, okay? At points in my life, I thought that maybe it was a little cringy to still be watching Schoolisha, but no, it's not, and I corrected my poor judgment there, but I've tried to not watch their podcast, and I literally am addicted. I used to be addicted to Phineas and Claudia's podcast. I used to be addicted to Jeremy and Lauren's podcast. I adore TK's podcast, Taryn and Ashley's podcast, Unsolicited Advice. Go listen to Unsolicited Advice. It's so, so good. But there's no podcast that's talking about education, that's a young queer Emma Chamberlain vibe. There's none of that. There's none that I'm finding. So this is me throwing up my brain on the internet, hoping that something in here sticks. And let's just make a magical voodoo spell into the universe right now that somebody is gonna buy my art, because it's literally my birthday and it's $1 a piece, and any of these things on the wall, I didn't make that tomato calendar, that was not me, but anything else on the wall, these are all things that I made that I am selling for $1 a piece. I'm a starving artist right now. My parents kicked me out, mostly for being gay, and because they're kind of bigots and racist, and they got a lot of learning to do. But they kicked me out in June, and so I've been homeless the past month and a half until I moved in here. And I'm taking all of the time and the space and the energy and the momentum to slow it down, to calm down, to recenter myself before my job starts. Because if there's anything I love in this world, it's teaching and it's art. So yeah, any of the art on this wall that you see, any custom piece, I do pets, I do people, I do things, I do ideas, I do concepts, I do feelings, I do emotions, I do presents, I do just any commissioned art. I do pottery. Let me show you some. This is from a watercolor. Let me take my rocks off of it. See, it could be like a trinket dish, or like almost a charcuterie board. All of my pots and stuff are all water safe, food safe. So this is pretty. That glaze came out. It's called Fire and Ice, and it was an undercoat, and then I did a top glossy glaze on top. But it turned out so pretty. This is a watercolor tray, so a paint tray was the goal. But like I said, right now it's holding some pretty rocks that I found while I was camping in New Hampshire. Okay. Oh, writing a book. Last question of the night. We'll end here. Writing a book. I'm writing a book. It's called Until August 18th, and the goal of the book was to be until today. I started it when Wendy Fournier passed away in July, and it was supposed to be the days until life got stable enough to begin to heal. The days until I wasn't homeless. I mean, my parents are multimillionaires and they aren't paying for me. They pay for this apartment and they don't pay for a dime else. And everything they bought, every birthday gift they've bought me, they've asked for it back. So I don't know what mind trickery they're on right now, or if they're just having their own PTSD and they don't know it, or what is going on. But they're being the worst parents in the entire world, and I hope they know that, and I've told them that, and I've asked them to send me money for food. I've had 1 meal a day for the last month and a half. I mean, I feel grateful to even have had that, and to have had friends and siblings to send me money, because my parents don't believe that I'm not buying drugs. I've never done drugs in my life. I don't quite know where they spin that narrative from, but I think it's because I look gay. And unfortunately, when you look different, people assume the worst sometimes because they're afraid. They're afraid that you are different. And it's true, I am different. But I'm not dangerous, at least not when I'm not manic or depressed. And when I am dangerous, I get my own help. I always have. I'm a teacher. I'm not the one to worry about. Usually the eldest daughter is never really the one to worry about. But yeah, be kind to yourself, take it slow. Life is hard enough, and I hope hope you buy my art. I hope you think about it or send it to somebody who can't afford it. It's just $1. Anything helps. Let me know. Okay, talk to you soon. You'll be back. Soon you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me. You'll be back. Please subscribe. And I hope to see you next time.